Hey Jude there by the Beatles.
The Beatles? Paul McCartney could be singing that forever, I think. If you just let him go on, he'd just carry on singing that line forever.
No, he's not the only one left, is he? Ringo Starr's still alive.
Ringo Starr's knocking about somewhere, but nobody really cares about him. He's just Thomas the Tank Engine. Really.
Right, so welcome to Drop the Ball podcast. As you can hear, I've got a new co-host with me today. No Jack Lee. He's playing football, I think.
Yeah, he's been ousted for one evening.
Yeah, this is Mathew Collin, my good friend, also called Chap.
Yeah, so, it can be a bit confusing sometimes. People don't know what to call me, but just Mathew, Chap, Matt, anything like that.
Yeah, I've known you for ages, haven't you? But you're probably one of my longest serving friends.
Longest serving friends. Yeah, I get a new contract soon.
Yeah, you do soon. Yeah. We've never done. It's just been a rolling contract, hasn't it? You know what I mean?
Keeps getting extended.
We renew it every 12 months. Yeah. Or not. So
depends how this podcast goes, I think.
Yeah. He could be ditched straight away after this one. See how he performs.
Transfer listed.
Yeah. So what we're going to talk about today is the usual stuff, pretty much. Football, Huddersfield, mainly.
Everybody's new favourite Premier League team.
Everybody's second Prem team.
Neutrals love a bit of Huddersfield Town.
Yeah. Mathew is a Liverpool fan and a Barnsley fan.
As you can tell, I'm from the rough streets of Liverpool. I probably should explain really why I'm a Liverpool and a Barnsley fan. Really.
Go on.
I'm probably more like Barnsley, as in like my voice. And that's where my family all come from. So
we are from Yorkshire.
Yeah, I got brought up with all the...
Were you born in Barnsley?
Yeah.
Barnsley Hospital?
Barnsley, born and bred.
Nice one.
But when I was growing up, nobody in my family liked football, really. Yeah. So all my mates at the time supported Liverpool, and that kind of stuck.
Swayed, yeah.
So I've kept the Liverpool thing for a long time, but it's probably in the last 10 years or so, really, that I've followed Barnsley a bit more.
Yeah, you always seem to buy Barnsley shirts, don't you?
Yeah.
I think that's just a costing thing for you more than anything, though. Do you know what I mean?
You've got to support the locals, haven't you? Local businesses. Liverpool have got enough shirt sales, I think.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. So, I'll just do a bit of housekeeping before we get into it. At Drop the Ball Pod on Twitter and Instagram. Give us a follow on there if you don't mind. Email addresses.
Even if you do mind, I think.
Yeah, if you
do mind, I'd still follow it.
Yeah. Interact with us if you want.
Even if you don't want,
if you don't want, just interact with us. Yeah.
Nobody wants to be sat alone.
Ask us anything you want to. We'll not answer them, but
well, not right now. We won't because we're not live. Well, we are live, but we're not live.
Yeah, we did this last time, me and Jack. No, not you, because you were here. Me and Jack did it. Right. Sat last one, he said we're live. I'm like, we're live right now, but we're not live, but we are live.
I'll show up then.
Yeah, I thought you listened to our podcast. Mate. You should know how this goes.
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
So, email address is dtbpodcast@gmail.com. Not adding emailers yet, but we'll get there.
Sam doesn't even need to read that. He just knows it.
Knows off the top of my head,
I thought he might need to read all these, but he just actually...
No, we've made notes. We've made notes, right, but I bet you very rarely look at your notes this podcast.
Well, I've forgotten they were there, to be honest. You've pointed them out to me.
Yeah, straight in front of you, yeah.
You've not
got your glasses on, like... So, what should we kick it off with?
Well, you're the Town fan, I think it's your show. I think we've got to start with Huddersfield. Yeah,
we're back in action this week. Monday Night Football, Sky Sports. 8 o'clock kick-off away at the Hammers. Oh, I tell you what we should just say. Do you know that Hey Jude song we just played? I played it because we missed out here big time already. 5 minutes in nearly.
You cannot prove that we are not professional.
I know. I've played that because Huddersfield come out to Hey Jude. Mathew being a Liverpool fan. Beatles are from Liverpool.
The obvious McCartney link.
What do Liverpool come out to? You probably don't know because you've never been.
They come out to big one. Of course we do.
Big one.
You'll Never Walk Alone.
Oh yeah. That banger.
A banger. Gets everybody right in the spirit.
I wanted to start this episode with Cardi B, Bodak Yellow, but Mathew didn't know what it was.
No. Well.
Not with down with kids, are you?
It's just
that New York hip hop.
Yeah, I'm more of a
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, Frank Sinatra, Elvis.
Yeah.
Shakin' Stevens kind of guy.
Billie Jean King.
Yeah.
No, we do like a lot of music, don't we? That's
Yeah.
a common theme we've got. So if we drop a few nuggets in about music,
I'm not cleaning up after you have dropping nuggets.
we'll be dropping balls, not nuggets. Back on to why I thought of that anyway is because we were going to play as well. What's West Ham's song called?
I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles.
Blowing Bubbles, yeah. Oof.
Not that they've got a bubble at the minute.
They've not got a bubble to burst or blow, have they?
No.
So
what do you think, Sam? What's your take on the game? I know it's still a few days away, but...
Well, we've been away for, I was going to say pre-season friendly, but not pre-season friendly, a mid-season friendly. Well, everybody's on international duty. It's not even mid-season. I hate these international breaks as well. It'd be better, right, if we were German or Spanish or some decent football to look forward to.
But saying that, I mean, some of these teams often struggle as well when they're playing. I mean, I know Spain won 8-0.
Yeah.
Germany beat Norway 6-0, was it, I think?
Yeah.
But
strugglers.
Still, they don't always come away with glowing reviews from these matches.
Oh, no.
England are exactly the same.
Yeah,
I think a lot of I think qualifying, if I'm honest,
yeah.
I
think
qualifying needs to be a bit restructured.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of games where people are just not interested in watching them.
Yeah.
England against the mighty Malta isn't really a ticket seller.
Did you watch any of that?
No, I didn't watch that one because I weren't in, but I watched the second half of the
Slovakia game.
Yeah. And it just, it's just typical England game, really.
Yeah,
isn't it?
the Malta game, mate. I watched first half-ish, and then I didn't watch it.
These teams have got no intention of
they're just
trying to score, really.
They just pack like 15 men behind ball, and
yeah.
But it's just it's so bad. Me and Jack mentioned it, I think probably last podcast, that England have no style or structure of play because we keep trying to change it and find it.
Yeah.
We try and go with trend, like, so when Spain are doing that mint football, we need to do this, or Germans do that, or Italians do this, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think when you play people like these qualifiers in Malta and Slovakia to a certain extent, I don't think you need a style with how good those players are.
No, but you need an identity. You need an identity.
Yeah.
Of how you're going to play. Then everybody knows what's going off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just the problem with the country and way footballs, not being structured.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I bet they're still working off coaching manuals, just like.
Yeah, I mean, I
from 70s.
I work with a football team myself as part of my job, and I see that. I see people coming in being told they weren't good enough for academies because they were too small.
Yeah. That kind of mentality is still silly, going off, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a silly thing to say, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if anybody had said that to Messi, then would have been deprived of 500 and whatever goals he's scored now for Barcelona.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's still all that kind of runs through, I think, our football culture.
And it's the whole. I once read something about there was somebody, I can't remember who it was now, a Spanish manager. Somebody said to him, "Why do you think the England national team isn't really getting anywhere?
Yeah,
and the structure's not working." And he says, "Because in Spain, if you kick the ball into the stands as a defender, everybody shouts at you and has a go at you."
Yeah.
Says, but in England,
that's what
get it out of the way, put it into the row Z, and everybody applauds you.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And anyway. what I said like last time is that all top managers in Premier League, it's not one Englishman, is there?
Let's have a think.
Do you know your top teams? Nobody goes for English managers. There's 2 English managers in Premier League. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Go on.
Eddie Howe and Sean Dyche. Is
Sean Dyche English? Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like Scottish Welsh or like that, is it?
Is he
English?
He's English, I think. Yeah. I think
it is actually.
Yeah.
I've just
Voice kind of like. It could be out, couldn't it?
Yeah. I think it's the beard. I think it makes him look more Scottish.
Yeah. Or Irish or something like that. That ginger hair.
Yeah. I can't think of anybody else.
But like, perfect example. This is great. Actually, I not even thought of this. Like Huddersfield, Liverpool. Our 2 managers are best mates.
Yeah.
There's such an identity.
Yeah.
In the way teams are the teams that we support play. That we know. I saw it within Huddersfield. Wagner came in, and I think it was like an international break, and he had them for like a week, 10 days, or something like that. We played Sheff Wednesday away, lost 2-1, I think, or 3-1. But they said, like, the difference in the style of play, just within that 10 days, you could tell what they were going to try and do. Then I went to the next game, we had Middlesbrough at home. We lost 2-0, right? But I've never seen a more dominant performance, and we lost.
It takes time to shape that identity, doesn't it?
Yeah, but we in 2 weeks.
Yeah. But that's
like
with a club team. I suppose you have got day in day out.
You've got day in day out. Yeah, I agree with that.
International,
yeah.
They all go back to playing different styles at the clubs, and then they're forced to play a different style. And it is difficult. It will take time. Yeah. But like I think you guys hinted at it the other day on the podcast about it's got to start from the bottom up.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we hopefully. I mean the under 21s, under 18s teams are doing really well. Yeah,
under 17s and stuff.
But they just can never make that step forward because they're just not getting game time. At their clubs.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got people. I mean, give me a few players from under 21s.
Our man scored for under 21s the other day, Casey Palmer.
Yeah.
On loan from Chelsea.
Yeah. And I mean, he's hopefully one day he might. You know, Gareth Southgate might say, if he has a good season, let's give him a chance.
Yeah.
But then they often get.
But I wouldn't ever see him playing for Chelsea.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, Chelsea don't play any of the kids, do they?
No.
If Chelsea need a new player, they're not going to look at any of the 30-odd people they've sent out on loan. They're going to spend 50 million on somebody new.
Yeah.
It's just easier for them to do that.
Yeah. I think it's the Premier League, isn't it? It's kind of
the
money
side. You do get
of
some
it.
teams. I mean, Liverpool. I mean, are a good example of allowing some of the youngsters a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Alexander Arnold starting at full-back for Liverpool and Nathaniel Klein's injury.
Yeah.
And he's played really well.
Who's the other one? Other full-back? Is it Gomez?
Joe Gomez, yeah. He had his just coming back from injury. He started, start of last season? He had a few games and then he got injured.
Yeah.
But anything's better than Moreno.
You've got that other kid though, haven't you? Signed off all. Left back. Robinson, is it?
Oh, yeah. Robertson. Andy Robertson from Hull, yeah. He played the last game before internationals.
I thought he was really good when I've seen him play.
Good. Played for Scotland as well, hasn't he, this week? So.
Scored, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he played centre. I think he played centre back that game. You know.
Did he? Mm-hmm. Might need a new centre back. I'm really surprised. I mean, we'll probably get on to ins and outs of transfers and things after. I mean, we've veered off on a massive tangent already.
This is the podcast world, mate.
Huddersfield, Sam. We're supposed to be talking about Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Go on, Huddersfield, West Ham.
Yeah, I'll just say what's sort of funny. Like Jack told me early doors that one of his mates listened to podcasts. Like podcasts are quite good, but your mate just keeps talking about Huddersfield all the time. It's like he talks about Huddersfield, I talk about.
I think that's the main reason why this podcast here, just because it gives a chance to show off about Huddersfield being in the Premier League.
I know. I've been rinsing it like all year to everybody. I've got like Premier League cups and everything when people walk in shop.
Sam, a couple of years ago, like barely watched any Premier League football.
I still don't.
It's all about Championship. Championship's best league in the world, and now they're in the Premier League.
What about?
Never seen a Championship match yet this season, I bet.
I know, I don't care anymore. I'm glad that, like, you know, this is a good thing about English football. There's still a range like lower leagues for like teams like Barnsley and Sheffield Wednesday to still, you know, have a game each week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's quite good, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Leeds and like all them lot.
Yeah.
I think
these minnows.
I take my hat off to Football League for that. Do you know what I mean?
Some
organised lower league football.
Yeah. Well, you've got to, haven't you? Somebody's got to do it. It's almost like a charity these days.
Yeah, but what about... we'll get onto Huddersfield in a bit anyway. So still linked to Huddersfield, but... on your stag do, I had to miss Huddersfield playing Man City in FA Cup, didn't I, first leg?
Yeah.
And what did I say to you?
Yep, you did. You did say it. You said it doesn't matter anyway, we'll be playing them next season.
Yeah.
And so if anybody needs a lot of numbers...
Yeah.
Sam, he'll have a go. We'll probably not get it, but he'll have a go.
Yeah, I'm predicting Europa League football next season.
Europa League football?
Yeah. People keep telling me, like,
rather get relegated.
You're going to do a Leicester, you're going to do... I said, mate, I'll take Europa League. Don't worry about that.
To be fair, I mean, anything like anywhere near a top half finish would be absolutely incredible. Anything outside the bottom three would be incredible. Yeah, even now.
I'd take fourth bottom now.
With the good start that they've had, I think eventually, you know, when the season gets going, I think they're going to find it more difficult. I think who we played so far, Palace, they were easy. They're easy to everybody at the minute. Yeah, Palace, Newcastle. Yeah, you can come up with teams they're going to expect a close game, and Southampton, which we could have beat them, you know. Yeah. Good 0-0 draw. I think correct me if I'm wrong, I think I saw some of the stats that said they had more of the possession, but I think you had more of the chances.
First half, mate, we should have been 2-up. We dominated first half. It will only last 10-15 minutes where they really like put proper pressure on.
Was it on Sky? Though? I think I might have seen the back end of that. I might have watched it when I might have been on holiday at that point.
Newcastle match were on Sky on a Sunday.
I watched part of one of your games when I went on holiday.
Newcastle were on. And this one on Monday's on Sky, Monday Night Football. We'll get back onto
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Go on then. So predictions.
50% of his matches are going to be on Sky.
Have you got any injury worries?
Colin Kwana, who's not been on international duty.
Surprised.
What do you mean?
German, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he's not going to get a Germany squad.
Hey.
Yet.
That's more like it. I think he could be out. I don't know what's happened to him. I think he might have picked up a knock in this friendly we had.
He's got massive legs, that's what's happened.
I know. It's been coming on, though.
Injury waiting to happen with.
Hey, he got an assist in first game.
Did he?
Yeah. Just passed it to Steve Mounier. Smacked it in.
He looks a player, him.
Yeah, I know.
He's a very, very good signing. With all the
powerhouse.
The prices that people are paying for top strikers at the minute. How much do you pay? 15?
No. 11.5.
He's looking a bargain at the minute.
What did that Mbappe? He's gone on loan, hasn't
he? Mbappe, yeah. You know what? I'm not even sure he'll get a game.
Yeah.
To start with.
Mounier's got one less goal than him last season in French League. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He didn't get much less than that Lacazette.
Well, I'm not sure what I think about him. That's another story anyway. So
yeah.
Kwana,
Hogg's out and Crane is out. They've been out since start of the season. They picked up knocks pre-season. I think they'll be coming back into training after this match, so I've heard. That's it, I think. Did you see that Sean Scannell went on loan to Burton for the season?
Yeah. That's an odd one. I would have thought somebody a bit higher up.
I thought that. I could see him leaving. I could see him leaving because he's struggled with injuries.
You can't begrudge him that as well. I mean, he weren't going to get much game time.
No.
Is it Kachunga that's playing out?
Kachunga plays there, and then Kwana comes on after about 75-80 just to shore it up.
Injection of pace.
That's it, mate. Yeah, a bit of size on him. What about this game? I've not really looked at West Ham team because I'm not too worried about it, to be honest with you.
With West Ham,
we just need to shoot a lot.
Yeah.
Joe Hart's in there, isn't he?
Yeah, they're just a bit of a mess. Whatever happens, I don't know what's happened to Joe Hart.
I don't know what's happened to Slaven Bilic, mate.
He looks stressed, doesn't he? Every time you see him, he looks very, very stressed. He's got less hair by the day.
Yeah, but he had that transplant, didn't he, last year?
Well, it's not worked.
I thought he was a good manager at one bit.
I hope he's kept his receipts. He started off really well.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, really. I mean,
move to that stadium's done him a bit.
If you speak to any West Ham fans, not that I know many, but just looking online at reactions, they always just blame the ownership for everything that goes on. I don't know the ins and outs of it all. Maybe it is the ownership, but at the same time, there seems to be something else not quite right.
Yeah.
And I don't think they'll go down, but I think they'll be comfortably bottom half.
I think they'll sack him soon. Do you know if we beat them, they'll sack him.
Talking about a sack race.
Mm-hmm.
Who else do you think's up for it? There's rumours that Frank de Boer, if Palace lose at the weekend to Burnley, there's talk that he might be the one to go.
He's a bit of a madman there, chairman, though, isn't he? Yeah. Steve Parish.
So if you talk about styles of football, I think last year they had Sam Allardyce, and we all know what kind of football Sam Allardyce likes to play, but it works for teams like Crystal Palace that are in a bit of a scrap for staying in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And if you all of a sudden getting this European continental manager that wants to change it completely and start playing like a Liverpool does, then it's not going to work straight away. We've given him 3 games so far.
I think what one of the problems was they employed him too late.
Yeah.
They employed him like a month before start of the season, where they could have, the new Allardyce went after the season, didn't he?
Yeah.
Just said he was going to retire, so they took too long to appoint a manager. And then to appoint somebody like him who's going to change your style of play, and you know it. You got to give him time, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely,
You've got to give him.
But it's a cutthroat business now, Premier League. The amount of money you get for being in it, it's the chairman's job to keep them in it at whatever cost.
First episode of this we did, me and Jack did like a prediction table, and I had Palace in my bottom 3 because I thought they're just one of them teams similar to, only one I've been off with at the moment is Watford. but he's a good manager, isn't he? I thought Watford might be bottom three. Him who were Hull last year.
Oh, yeah.
Silver, is it?
Yeah, Silver.
Marco Silver, is it? Yeah.
Well,
and it pulls out some. That's what I mean. I thought you can't keep doing that though. It's going to bite you in bum in it at some point. But with Palace, I thought same. They just keep sacking managers and then getting a manager to keep them up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then with Frank de Boer, I thought, it's a different.
There's no stability there, is there?
No, that's what I'm trying to say pretty much in a nutshell. Do you know what I mean? But
just ended that one.
yeah. But with Frank de Boer, if you're going to employ him, you've got to give him time.
Yeah.
But like you say, it's a bit of a risky business, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I don't think that helped what we did to him first game of the season, like at home.
Well,
do you know what I mean?
I were on holiday at that point, and I remember looking at the scores, and I was like, the phone's not working. There's something wrong with it. Huddersfield have just gone 3-0 up away.
I watched it. I got like a dodgy stream up, plugged laptop into the telly, like being there, mate, and we just smashed them. I couldn't believe it, but I could believe it. Because I thought, I know how we're going to play. I know we've got new players and whatnot, but only like 4 new players played.
Yeah.
And that Mooney, when he got up for that second goal, that header, I was like, chuffing now. I mean, defending were just terrible.
Well, that's it. I think since Sacco weren't there then, was he?
No.
They'd not sorted that deal out. But as a Liverpool fan, I'm very surprised with that. I'm surprised that Jurgen Klopp's not tried a little bit more to try and get him around. Just with the defensive issues that Liverpool have, I think Sacco would have slotted in somewhere. Right. I mean, I know he was a bit shaky when he was playing, but he seems to have settled more last season playing on loan at Palace. Got used to the league a bit more. That's what a loan's about, surely. But then he's come back, and by all accounts, the board didn't want to buy him.
Really?
Apparently, that's what I've heard today. The board didn't want him, but the board pretty much forced it through.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Rumours. It's all rumours.
Again, it's no good, though, is it?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
So, he could go. Who else is... I couldn't see anybody else being sacked.
No, not at this.
I could maybe see Benitez leaving.
Yeah, he's pretty
not getting sacked, but he could leave, easy.
If somebody else comes in the market for him, because I mean, let's face it, he's won the Champions League. He's won. Did he win La Liga?
Don't know.
No,
I don't know about. I don't know about Premier League football and European football.
It's a long time ago since he was in Spain, though, isn't it? Really? Since Well, he was with Real Madrid, weren't he? Short period of time.
Yeah, not long though. Yeah.
I don't think he won the league, did he?
No.
I'm not sure if he did it with Valencia or not.
I don't know.
Before Liverpool days, but
yeah.
Anyway.
About that match.
So what's your predictions for the
score? Prediction of a score.
Yeah.
2-1. 1-2. Because we're away.
Huddersfield?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I think it might be
more. Come on.
I like to say Huddersfield to win, but I think at some point, I think West Ham have got to get some kind of result. I think
this
at home they might get a draw.
I think this a lot, and then it never happens. So the team just gets worse.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think international breaks helped them at all.
No, it won't do. I think you'll be in a better position.
Yeah.
For that.
We've had a few players on international. 3 Danish.
3 what?
3 Danes.
Jorgensen.
Lossell, keeper.
Oh yeah.
I think he was. Yeah, he was. And
Were
Billy.
you first choice then for Denmark?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't have thought so. But
I think they had a good break, didn't they? Denmark. I think they won both games.
Did they? I
think so. One of them were like 4-0 as well against somebody like
really
rival.
Yeah. Billing played for under-21s Denmark.
Oh yeah. I thought he was German as well.
Danish.
Ah.
No. We've had him since academy.
All right.
We signed him when he was like 15.
Yeah.
For academy, so he's like a product at academy, but not really.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Sterling at Liverpool.
Yeah. Like that.
From QPR at a young age.
Yeah.
Claims him as a Liverpool.
Who else have we had on international? Casey Palmer for England under 21s.
Mooney been away?
No, because
they're not in it anymore, are they? Is it
Benin.
Yeah, they're out, aren't they?
I think they had a match, but it was some kind of crap that he didn't have to go to. There's one more. Kashunga. Congo.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Dr. Congo.
Dr. Congo.
I don't know. I think again they had 2 matches, but he kind of didn't play. He missed the first one and then just went and met up with team for the second one.
Right.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah. So we're saying 2-1 Huddersfield.
2-1 Huddersfield.
I'm gonna say 1-1. I like a Huddersfield win, but I'm a realist. Or a pessimist. Maybe a pessimist.
Pessimist.
All right, I'll say 4-1 Huddersfield.
That's more like it. Ever the optimist.
Right,
gets a bit of pressure put on him.
So, I suppose we ought to do other Premier League games as well.
Yeah, go for Liverpool, your team.
Go on.
No, you go for them.
I thought you said before Liverpool.
No, go for
Right, so Liverpool, Man City at the Etihad, Saturday, 12:30.
12:30 kick-off.
Yeah, early kick-off.
We're both on Sky this week.
Yeah.
How good's that?
Should be. It's a dream.
It's an effing dream.
The weekend we've been waiting for. I'm not able to watch the Saturday match because me and Sam are going to a beer festival.
Oh, we are, yeah.
So, yeah.
Leeds Beer Fest.
Yeah. So they might have a big screen in there. I'm not holding my breath, but
yeah,
lots of beer.
I might wear my town shirt in Leeds.
You've got to. it's the rules.
No, because we get out fashion tips on last episode. I can't do that.
Just before I go on about this Liverpool game, you've sparked me again. This whole everybody in Yorkshire pretty much was like really pleased for Huddersfield going up. Mm-hmm. I think even the Wednesday fans that I work with quite a lot of them, and they were even saying that they deserve to go up.
Every Wednesday fan pretty much I spoke to where I work said pleased for you.
And they said that
better team.
Really good luck to them and everything. Hope it all goes well and everything. The only people that I've come across that are not happy about it are Leeds fans.
Yeah. Do you know?
And I know there's that local rivalry there, but at the same time, come on.
I know. I'd like Leeds to come up next season.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind Leeds going up. I mean, I don't like Leeds, as well. But I think they should be in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But
all they go on about is the attendances. Them and Wednesday just do me head in with attendances.
You don't win games with attendances, do you?
You don't, mate. You win games with players on pitch that know what they're doing.
Exactly.
But I think their manager knows what he's doing. That Leeds manager.
Leeds, but who is it again?
I don't know, but he's
don't know, but
he's a good one. I think.
Yeah.
Better than that arsehole Monk.
Well, they've had a good start, haven't they?
Yeah.
Are they in playoff zone at the minute? I know it's early days, but it doesn't really mean anything at this stage. But still.
Yeah, go on. Let's talk about Liverpool.
Right, Liverpool. So, Liverpool, Man City. Everybody's predicting goals. What do you think?
There will be.
There's
goals.
The attacking talent. I mean, I might be a bit biased, but I think Liverpool might be the best attacking team in the league. They're up there, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Man City are up there as well.
Yeah,
you'd expect goals. Both teams
are
a bit rickety at the back.
I'm going to say
that's the problem. Both teams shift goals. I mean, we saw that in Liverpool's first game.
Yeah.
Against Watford, 3-3. Let it go in the last few minutes. That's the risk you're going to take, and I think unfortunately for Liverpool's season, I think it will ultimately
undo them.
Cost them. Some big games.
Yeah.
I think if everybody bangs on about. Last season, if you had the top 6 in the Premier League that finished in the Premier League, in the record of them all playing against each other, if it was just a league of those 6 teams, Liverpool would have topped that league. Right. They had 20 points, and then the next team had 16.
Yeah, they do well against top teams, don't they?
But then
it's like Watford and
they
stuff
also
slip up against.
Yeah, they'll lose to Burnley.
You'll probably do really well against us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly. Probably will. I mean, years ago, back when
that's gonna be a rare game, that you know.
Back when Barnsley were Premier League, Barnsley beat Liverpool, and it's one of those strange things that Liverpool.
I can't wait till we beat you. And all you can hear he's better than Klopp. He's better than Klopp.
I know. You hear that anyway.
We're all like that. I think he is, though. You know.
Well, he's learned from him, hasn't he? I think he's
defensively.
The student has become the master,
better.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Time will tell.
I thought you might put like a 50 mil bid in for Chris Schindler.
Yeah.
He's a rate.
Liverpool always seem to pay about 40 million, not too much for people. But saying that, Liverpool's had a few players away on international duty as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, one of the ones I'm interested in finding out about this weekend is Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah, I think he'll start.
No, I don't. I think it's too soon for him to be starting because he's been away with England. He's come back to Melwood today.
Yeah.
I just can't see him getting into the squad for Saturday. But that being said, I'm not sure where he's going to go anyway. if I'm completely blunt. I think...
What team? Where he's going to play?
Yeah.
He wants to play centre mid, doesn't he?
That's what I mean. He wants to play centre mid, but I just can't see how that's going to work. I mean, Emre Can's a good player,
I think, yeah.
Jordan Henderson's Jordan Henderson. He does his job. He's not everybody's his fan, but
he's turned into a shit player, I think.
He had the season when Liverpool finished second, and with Gerrard slip and all the rest of it. I think that season, I thought that was the best I've seen him.
Yeah.
And I think after that, he's been all right. He's just not as good as probably what he should be.
Yeah.
Wijnaldum, big fan of him.
Yeah, he's a great player.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
So I think to get in front of any of those,
I
mean, it's going to be difficult. But we'll see. I just can't see how he's going to get out wide either.
He'll play right back for you.
Probably so, yeah. Probably so. Which is the whole reason why he didn't want to go to Chelsea anyway.
Yeah.
He might end up doing that role if he even gets in the team.
No, I can't see him starting this weekend, especially against Man City.
Yeah. It's too much of a risk.
Yeah.
I think Man City, if I'm honest, I'm not really seeing Man City this season.
I watched a bit of them because they were on Sky against Bournemouth a couple of Saturdays ago. When they scored in last second.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They played Brighton as well, didn't they? As well, one of the games.
Yeah, that one's Sky as well,
first game.
Yeah.
So they've not really had a big test yet, but I suppose Liverpool haven't really either. So it'll be a good measure of where both clubs are at this early stage.
It could be like you say, it could be like somebody could score 4.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be a 4-3 job, couldn't it?
Although there were a game last season, I can't remember who it was. It was Liverpool against somebody, and I remember everybody was saying there's going to be goals, and I nearly had a bet on a 0-0. It finished 0-0, yeah. And it could be one of those where everybody's expecting,
especially like early Saturday, like you know what you're going to get,
especially after international break as well. You're going to have a lot of tired legs.
I think sometimes though, like these half 12 kickoffs on Saturday, there can actually be loads of goals in them.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there just can be.
I've got a theory for you as well. I mentioned this to somebody at work the other day, and they thought it might have a little bit of a support behind it. 3:00 kickoffs on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Right. I've learned this from random betting patterns I've had over the years.
Right.
If you pick your teams on a Saturday, if you've got a clear favourite, say if Man United, Man City, Chelsea are at home against a weaker team, generally at 3:00 on a Saturday they win.
Right.
Yeah. If you back them on a Sunday.
Yeah.
When they're doing the same thing, or an odd kick-off time, Monday night or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work that way.
Right.
I think the big teams are more likely to win, I think, on a Saturday. 3:00. Yeah. I might be talking absolute garbage, but...
Probably are, mate.
Probably are.
I didn't bring you on for this, like, but...
But, honestly, we'll have a look at the results at the weekend.
Yeah.
And just see.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to say Liverpool, Man City, I do think there will be a few goals.
Yeah.
I think it'll be quite even. I think
What's your thoughts on goalkeeping situation at Liverpool? Who do you think's your best goalkeeper? Because I still think it's Mignolet.
Possibly, but I think the thing with Mignolet is that everybody jumps on his back straight away.
I know.
Every tiny little thing that happens.
Yeah.
And everybody remembers all the bad things, and he's a decent
quite
keeper.
A good keeper. Yeah.
He is a decent keeper, but then whenever he makes a mistake, it's like, oh God, not again, not this clown again.
Yeah, I know.
And then Karius is playing, and then he makes mistakes.
Yeah.
But it was interesting before the international break how Mignolet didn't get into the squad.
I know, it was sitting stand, wasn't it?
Danny Ward was on the bench.
Yeah.
And I think we might see Danny Ward this season in League Cup.
I hope he plays against us.
It's possible. Might
Danny Ward, I liked him, but I'm almost glad we didn't sign him back. Because I don't think he's good enough for Premier League yet.
Really?
No.
I'd like to see him play.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him get a chance at least.
Yeah.
Because, his
kicking's very good, like his distribution, but he's sometimes a bit, he was very, hesitant with things. Do you know what I mean? Coming off his line.
Like Mignolet and Karius.
Exactly, yeah, he's going up. He's got learning off them, hasn't he? Yeah, he's got Liverpool handbook, yeah. Yeah. He used to be indecisive, now he's not too sure, he's one of them. Do you know, if there were ever a one-on-one kind of... I wouldn't have fancied him at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's same with all keepers at Liverpool.
This kid we've got, mate, this Jonas Losau, on loan from Mainz. I was a bit worried because we've loaned him for the season, but reports from Germany were saying he was like the dodgiest keeper in league last season.
Really?
Yeah, mint. It's proper good. His distribution's even better than Danny Ward's. And he does stuff quick, and off his line is brilliant. Do you know
I think that's what you need, I think, in the Premier League. I think you do need to be relatively quick.
Commands his box, like, proper good.
Yeah. I think the older you get in the Premier League, I know keepers have a longer shelf life than most players in football, but I think the older you get in the Premier League these days with the fast-paced attackers that we have,
I
think you do still need to have that reaction time.
You've got to have a footballing brain still, haven't you? Do you know what I mean?
Because the older you get, I mean, your reactions, your decisions you make are going to be slower as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just the body. The milliseconds can count.
Yeah.
Big time. They're going to get your points, aren't they?
Yeah. So would you say, who would you be most comfortable in goal against Man City?
I still think Mignolet at this stage.
I would as well.
Is the best of the bad bunch. Really. I was surprised really that they didn't try to bring somebody else in. And
a centre back. Yeah.
That position worries me a little bit. Because even if now I'm not convinced, but if there's an injury, we're stuck.
Yeah.
I think Joe Gomez might end up playing there at some point.
Yeah. Chan can play there.
Yeah, but you'd rather him be in midfield though, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I think he's one of those players that a couple of years' time, I think he might be subject of a big move.
Big one, yeah.
I think when Barcelona players some of them start
blue and white stripes,
hanging boots up and whatever, I think he might blue and white stripes. Let's see. Another player on international duty for Liverpool this week, and we've touched on him before we started, Ben Woodburn.
Oh yeah, Ben Woodburn, yeah.
He's played for Wales, scored for Wales. He's like 17, I think, 18.
A-level kid. You should be teaching him, shouldn't you?
He's one of these Welsh players that's about as Welsh as you.
Is he? Is he not Welsh?
He's like Ryan Giggs.
It's near Wales though, Liverpool, isn't it?
Well, he's from Chester, I think.
Is it?
I believe he was born in Chester.
Is that even nearer to Wales?
Yeah. So apparently he's always lived in England, been in English schools and the rest of it, but apparently he's always intended to play for Wales. So there was a bit of a debate earlier in the week.
Danny Ward's like that then, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
He's not Welsh.
No. There's quite a lot of players, isn't there? I think they make a decision at an early age.
Yeah.
But apparently it's always been his decision to play Wales.
Really?
Yeah, he's represented him at under 18, I think. I don't think he's played for under 21s, but but so typical English media on football, as soon as somebody scores who's young, is a world beater. I mean, I remember last season, I believe it was a League Cup game when he came on for Liverpool for the last 10 minutes and scored. And they're already 3-0 up, I think, and he scored the fourth goal. And then everybody was saying he's the new Michael Owen. And honestly, I just don't think he's going to get much game time.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see him play a few games, come off the bench or whatever, but I wouldn't expect to see him this weekend.
No. You never know. But no, I wouldn't have thought so. Not against Man City.
I wouldn't have thought so. So, I mean, I'm predicting a draw. I'm predicting 2-2. I think I'd be relatively happy with that away from home. What do you think?
You're above us in league, aren't you?
Yep. I think it's goal difference, isn't it?
It's goal difference. Yeah. So if you draw 2-2, we win 4-1 like you've predicted that. We're going to go above you, mate. Second place. Well, I'll take that.
It's early days.
I'll take that, yeah. Who's Man U got?
I don't mind keeping up with a mighty Huddersfield.
Man U's got Stoke away, but no. So if I would predict this game, is it at Liverpool?
No, it's at Etihad.
Ooh.
I think a draw would be a good result for Liverpool.
It'd be a good result, I think, that, if you could draw. Oh dear, I don't know. I'd like you to win. I'd like you to win, but I can't see it.
That's why I predicted a draw. I can't.
I'll predict a draw then. 3-3 I'll go for.
Let's play it safe.
You played it safe. You predicted a draw.
I want to talk about. I know Championship's not really your thing anymore these days.
Talk away, mate. I'll sit back and.
Somebody's got to talk about the Paupers as well. Barnsley are away against Preston.
I still probably know more about Championship, mate. To be fair, than
probably,
Premier League, so
yeah.
I
probably know more than I do about it. I mean, I can get by on my Barnsley stuff, but I don't always follow every match religiously.
No.
But yeah, Barnsley away to Preston.
Yeah.
Barnsley so far, not not the worst start in the world, not the best start in the world, but I think anything above bottom 3.
Apparently, you got paggered against Sheffield United, didn't you?
Yeah, it was only 1-0, but
apparently they were shocking.
They were really bad.
Yeah, but then they turned over Sunderland 3-0 after.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's much more of a reflection of us than it is a reflection of where Sunderland are at the minute.
Yeah,
they're not really.
They're not going to pull up any trees this season. No.
I think they're having what Villa had last year, and Villa has extended again for another year. But I don't know. I think Preston's one of those games where Barnsley are going to go there and think we fancy this.
They
might fancy at least a point. It's those kind of games you need to get results from.
Alex Thingy, innit, manager there, or what? Norwich manager at Preston. Is it O'Neill?
Yeah. No.
I think I've got O'Neill.
I know what you mean.
It's Alex, in it.
Yeah. Just call him Alex for now.
Alex,
I'm sure he'll be alright with that.
As long as he doesn't get mixed up with Alex Ferguson or something like that, it's definitely not him.
But yeah, Barnsley's just all changing it. Like the amount of players in and out this post-season's been pretty ridiculous, really. But it's very similar in most seasons for a lot of Football League clubs as well.
Yeah, but Barnsley, you feel sorry for him a little bit, don't you, sometimes?
Well, you've got to, haven't you?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to come from there. Somebody's got to support them.
Mate, when I go to Barnsley, I went pre-season. You didn't? Did you? You didn't? Yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah, we watched. Yeah. It's just like going back in time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the clock's been stopped on 1980.
If you're listening outside the Yorkshire area, you've got to go to Barnsley at least once in your lifetime. Just go to the town centre, mate. It's borderline horrible.
Just count how many prams you can see in the middle of the day.
Yeah, kids pushing kids, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's a real place.
That's why we love it.
You were born there, mate. I've always had a West Yorkshire postcode all my life, so I'm alright.
Well, I have as well, actually.
Is yours? It's a Barnsley phone number there, also, isn't it?
Well, it used to be, yeah, when I was living at the old parents' house.
Yeah, well, it a West Yorkshire
postcode. I could claim it was West Yorkshire postcode.
Are you a dual citizen, like?
It's what?
Are you a dual citizen?
I've got a dual passport, yeah. I can cross the border without any trouble. I've got homies on both sides. But yeah, whenever I wanted to, I could pull the Barnsley card or I could pull the Wakefield card.
Yeah.
I've used that to my advantage over different things before.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything specific.
Me neither.
But I do think Barnsley are going to struggle this season. I think, like I say, anything above bottom 3, I think would be a success, to be honest.
Yeah.
With the players that we've lost, I mean, Mark Roberts leaving to Birmingham.
Birmingham, yeah.
Yeah. By all accounts, he's not having a great time there either. I don't think. From what
I've heard,
he's playing. Yeah, but Birmingham are not having a great season either at the minute.
No. Tried to get Wilshere on loan.
Who?
Redknapp.
Birmingham.
Mm.
Really?
I tell you who they have got on loan from Arsenal. Kyle Jenkinson.
All right, yeah. He's
Birmingham.
Took a really big nosedive. Yeah. I was expecting big things from that lad, but yeah. Who else has gone? Josh Scowen went. He's gone to QPR.
Yeah.
So Lynch probably one of the best players last season.
Yeah.
Marley Watkins.
Apparently we tried to sign him.
Really?
Yeah, and he snubbed us for QPR.
It's a mistake. He wouldn't have played though at Huddersfield, would he?
No.
Not in Premier League anyway.
No.
Marley Watkins to Norwich. I
Yeah.
believe he has scored for him, but they're not. Again, they're in the bottom few as well. I think they're below Barnsley at the minute.
Are they?
I think so. Loads of players gone. Alex Mowat, I think you touched on that in your last podcast.
Oxford.
Going on loan to Oxford. It's a bit of a strange one. He's
just a fat twat, I think.
Yeah, he's not fulfilled what he should have been at Leeds, really.
No.
Aidy White went. Ryan Williams has gone. Stephen Payne's gone. Ceci Almeida went after injury ravaged bit of time.
Yeah.
But he's ended up at Blackpool.
Has he?
Yeah, which is not really
no good.
What we're expected of him, but anyway. So yeah, I think I don't know much about Preston. I can't tell you much about them.
I know manager's first name. What's his name? Alex.
I don't want to Google it.
Alex Neil. I said O'Neill, didn't I?
He's a Scottish guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said O'Neill and I weren't far off.
Yeah.
I got it mixed up with Martin O'Neill. Well, I didn't, but I just...
So yeah.
Yeah, prediction for Barnsley then this weekend. V Preston.
I fancy a win. I do fancy a win. They have brought in some good players. On paper, some of them have started all right. Some of them we just don't know what we're going to get from them.
Yeah.
But I think they all buy into what Eke's trying to do. So I'm predicting a win. I'm going for a 2-1.
2-1 away win.
Yep. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I believe you.
So I've got 2-1 and Sam's
I've got 2-1 as well.
Thumbs up on a 2-1.
Yeah. Nice one.
Right. So
did you see that? Your Barnsley ex-player, Winall.
Yeah.
And another Barnsley ex-player.
Swapping Barnsley players
Between Sheff Wednesday and Derby these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winall
had a bust up with Forestieri, didn't he?
Yeah. But all the Wednesday fans don't like Forestieri anymore. It was golden boy.
I love him now, mate. You ever see that? I could probably get it up at some point. Danny Ward, when we got promoted.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we were laced in like Huddersfield like a couple of days afterwards.
Right.
They're all like obviously off their heads.
Yeah.
And they're just going out the street singing "Oh Forestieri." Oh Forestieri.
You've got to admire football fans sometimes.
No, but Danny Ward were doing it, mate.
Danny Ward
set it off. Yeah. Well, I think fans set it off.
Yeah.
But then I don't know if they did actually. Could have been Danny Ward set it off.
That's
it's good that, isn't it?
It's earned a lot more respect in my eyes.
Yeah. Future Liverpool keeper.
Yeah. Well, how old is he?
That's in about 23, 24.
Yeah, he's got time to learn a little.
Yeah.
And possibly
what about?
break in.
I've not mentioned this. Have you seen our new keeper?
What, Danish guy?
No, we've got Jonas Lossau.
I'm going to say, you mentioned him a few times.
Have you not seen who else we've signed?
No. Oh, Rob Green.
Rob Green,
Drop
mate.
It like it's hot.
Yeah.
Still remember, my biggest memory of Rob Green is still that goal against USA.
We mentioned
that. You mentioned that.
Yeah, exactly. That first ever time I bet on the match.
Yeah.
I bet on it to be a draw at half time.
I think he'll always be remembered for that.
Yeah.
But he's been
quite
a good
happy
keeper,
with that. Quite happy with that,
Yeah,
just as a backup keeper.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to have somebody with that age and that experience in the. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to help out with coaching as well.
That's what I've just watched his first interview that he's done because he's been away with them.
Yeah.
And just in his first interview, and they were mentioning quite a lot. Wagner's got him in, and obviously said, just help out when you can.
It's a shrewd move.
Yeah, help out. He's about 36, 37, but that doesn't matter.
That
doesn't matter really, does it?
No, not if he's going to be your backup keeper. I think
he played all last season for Leeds, pretty much.
Yeah.
So he's still active.
Yeah. I think
and when I speak to Leeds fans liked him,
Yeah, they did, yeah. A lot of Leeds fans were a bit disappointed. They have been in general with a lot of players that they've been letting go.
Yeah.
But I think they had a big squad anyway, Leeds.
Yeah.
So I think they had to release a few.
Yeah.
Some Leeds fans just don't understand that.
Football,
if you've got a big squad, you can't keep everybody happy.
No.
And if you've got one player in the dressing room that's causing a bit of friction, then it can upset everybody. Then.
Yeah.
You've got to have a tight squad, haven't you?
Yeah. But we're going off tangent there. What were we going to... Go on about what were we going to say now? I think we just got on about Butterfield and that were all it was.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Winall thing because I was really disappointed last season when he left Barnsley to go to Wednesday on it was like 500,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
And at the time he was Barnsley's top scorer. It was the same time when everybody left Barnsley pretty much.
Yeah,
they all went to Villa like Conor Hurrihan and James Bree and just dismantled the squad completely. And no intention, I don't think, of Wednesday ever really using him when they had Jordan Rose.
We could have done it, mate. We could have done with Winall last year.
Yeah. He's a finisher, isn't he?
Yeah. What do you reckon Butterfield going to Wednesday though?
I don't think he'll play much, if I'm honest.
He's a good player, but I don't know.
It is an odd one. Has he played much for Derby last season?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't know till recently. Do you know when we had Butterfield and we sold him to Derby?
Yeah.
There were loads of obviously speculation because it was in August we sold him.
Yeah.
Start of season, when it happened quite late. That one at games, I think it could have been Fulham away. Refused to get on bus.
Why?
Because he didn't want to play.
Why?
Because obviously Derby were after him and he wanted to go.
But still, he'd still get on the bus though.
He was being a dickhead. Didn't want to travel with team.
You've got to be
professional. Because they knew obviously they were going to slate him.
Yeah,
they did.
Okay.
They did. I think a few. Yeah.
But
I don't like that from players.
No, I mean they get paid enough to get slated.
You hear all sorts, don't you? I think you hear good and bad, because I think like that Hurrihan Barnsley, I think he like were gutted, kind of. He had to go, didn't he?
He were at the Barnsley game last week.
Yeah, he probably wanted to go, but he didn't like act like he didn't want to go. Yeah. Act like he wanted to go, if you know what I mean.
A lot of players,
that's the way it should be, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
A lot of players don't really have much of a say in it, from what we're led to believe from media. No. I mean, it's agents.
But I couldn't have blamed like where we were at that time with Chris Powell and whatever. I mean, he got sacked probably a month or two after that anyway, Powell. But I wouldn't have blamed Jacob Butterfield for wanting to go to Derby. Do you know what I mean? They're going to get more wages. They're going to be up there. But you don't act like a knobhead, do you?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No, you've got to be respectful to your previous employers. It's like anybody else. If you leave a job, unless it's like...
You don't burn bridges.
No, because you never know, do you?
No.
When you're going to need those people for something.
And you're always going to see them again, aren't you?
Yeah,
you're going to see them players.
Yeah.
That you
didn't want to play against them, aren't you?
Play against them. They're going to like try and take it out on you.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
I mean, it is agents, though.
Agents,
yeah. I mean, I remember hearing an interview with... what's the guy at West Brom? Berahino? I know he's got it Stoke now, but when he was at West Brom, and he wasn't playing because of he wanted to leave and then he didn't leave and got put in the reserves or whatever.
Yeah.
There was some guy that was interviewed him, and I'm very specific with people, you see.
Yeah.
I know all the names of everybody.
Some bloke
interviewed this other bloke. Interviewed Berahino, and he says, "So what's going on with your move then?" And he says, I don't know. He says, it's not up to me. He says, it's not my choice to speak to the agent.
Yeah.
And it just shows, really, that, like, I mean, he was quite, like, sad about it, quite down about it. And sometimes we forget how it affects the actual players themselves. The potential moves and all these rumours and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still to be seen. We're not even touched on Coutinho. When
I was just going to say that, that's what popped into me.
It's still to be seen if he's going to be playing and what kind of level he's going to be playing at. He does strike me as a professional, though. He's not really said much in the whole affair.
You just don't know them, like them Brazilians or all like that, do you? They're also
yeah. But he played for Brazil, didn't he? The weekend he scored. So I think he's got his head still in the game. I think he, deep down, I think he probably knew he weren't going just yet.
Yeah.
I think it will happen, whether it be January or next summer. I think he will go. And I can't really blame the lad for wanting to go play for Barcelona. Can't hold it against him.
No, not at all.
If Liverpool can get over 100 million for him, then shake his hand. Good luck.
Yeah. What next? Look at your notepad.
My notepad, the big notepad in front of me. This is my work notepad, you know. So there could be all sorts of stuff.
There's a note on it. It's blank.
It says on it, actually. It's got. It says on it, "Don't be afraid to be great."
Oh, nice one.
So
is that what you tell your kids?
That's philosophy 101. Right. So my next thing on my list. How fast do you think a Premier League footballer runs?
Over what distance?
So we're talking kilometres per hour is what this study has been measured
I work in kilometres per hour.
You've got no idea, have you?
I work on miles per hour now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to convert that.
I do.
Quickly off the top of my head, I don't.
Yeah, anyway. So what do we need to know? 1 kilometre is...
1.6 mile is... No, 1.6 kilometres is a mile, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. 0.62 of a mile is a kilometre.
Right.
Got that.
Okay. So we're still going to have to do it in kilometres, because otherwise we're doing maths all night.
2/3 of a mile is a kilometre, pretty much.
Right,
Near enough, yeah.
So 34.56 kilometres per hour, right, is where the 10th place person is.
Yeah, but over what distance?
It doesn't say.
Oh, they're just
I think they did measure it. I've not got it in front of me right now, but it was over so many metres or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they've got to get up to that top speed, haven't they? So
I
suppose it's basically the top speed that's been recorded by the players in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
So over any distance, I suppose.
Yeah.
Would you hazard a guess as being the fastest player in the Premier League?
I mean, Colin Kwan has probably not had quite a run out yet. He's not been able to stretch his legs over the last 10 minutes. So,
no.
Fastest player.
Fastest player in the Premier League this season so far, over the 3 games that we've had. 35.16 kilometres per hour. which is roughly equivalent to
Flipping heck.
a car
Quick,
ambling
innit?
along a little bit on a road.
Yeah. Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker, I think you can see this guy. Yeah.
No, you told me earlier. You told me before.
Kyle Walker. Oh yeah, there. Kyle Walker's the fastest player in the Premier League. Would you expect that? I think that's pretty much.
Yeah.
It's not far off, is it?
Who's second? Is any Armen in top 10?
Second.
Kachunga's quick.
Kiko Femenia from Watford, 35.12 kilometres per hour.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Who else we got in there? Koscielny, number 3.
Yeah.
Sadio Mane, number 4. I expect that. Ryan Fraser, Bournemouth, number 5. Josh King, Bournemouth. Pogba,
Really?
7th, yeah. Jamie Vardy,
Yeah, I could see Vardy
Dominic
being quite
Calvert-Lewin. And then in 10th place, we've got 3 people on a tie. We've got Kante,
good. Yeah.
Lukaku,
Right.
and Salomon Rondon.
What was he
West
playing
Brom.
for?
West Brom striker.
All right.
He's not spring chicken either, is he, really?
No.
He's like
no,
32,
no,
33.
not at all, no.
I mean, I would have expected...
Yeah, but I once saw that years ago. Can you remember me telling you? And like Phil Jagielka.
Yeah, Jags, wasn't it?
quickest. Yeah.
I used to do that.
Because they were saying, like, you know, with centre backs and defenders, because they've got to like leg it back sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But it's very rare that your good defenders never really break into a sprint.
No.
They don't.
It's a
They
read
shouldn't.
game well. Yeah.
It's just it's the positioning. It's
Yeah.
You've got to stop that anything from getting past. But
Yeah.
I remember when that study came out, and because I teach sport at college, so I used to bamboozle students with that whenever I could.
Yeah.
Whenever I was trying to fill time at the end of a lesson, just try and guess who's the fastest player in the Premier League is. Keep him busy for about 20 minutes. Nobody would ever say Phil Jagielka.
Yeah,
And there was a bit of perception that he was quite slow. Actually.
Slow, yeah.
But it's just because he never needed to break into
Needed
that
to
sprint.
break sweat, yeah.
But I still think he's slow.
Jagielka, yeah.
He will be now, but does he still play?
Yeah,
Still
it
getting
does.
a team?
Yeah.
Who else did they sign? Oh, they signed Michael Keane, didn't they? So,
Michael Keane and Jagielka, I think, it's the two.
I like
centre-backs.
Keane. Keane's a good player.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, very good.
He was always going to leave Burnley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, yeah.
What else you got down on that
What else
list?
is on my list? My list is full of bags of tricks. I know you're not going to like this, but NFL starts tonight, Sam. Are you staying up?
No.
1 o'clock kickoff?
Can't call it football, that though, can you?
Can.
I know this is a footballing podcast primarily.
I'm pushing the boundaries of what football is. I'm bringing in the worldwide audience. You've got to globalise these days, Sam.
Yeah, I don't mind you doing it, mate. Have your 30 seconds if you want.
NFL 30 seconds starting from now. Right, NFL starts tonight. So we've got last year's Super Bowl winners, New England Patriots, against Kansas City Chiefs. Patriots are strong favourites.
How many games do they play? 16?
They play 16 regular games. So
Almost
that's before the start of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So normally it'll take you up to around Christmas.
Yeah.
And then the playoffs will start from January. Super Bowl normally start February.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to. I think is it 20 games to win the Super Bowl?
Right.
Which and then the rest of the season they're off.
Mm.
So they get paid quite a lot of money for a relatively short amount of time.
Yeah, but
in
training for it's tough, isn't it? And it's an hard game, isn't it?
Brutal. Yeah, it's a long game. It's a hard game.
It's a brutal game.
Mentally focused.
Yeah.
I compare it to chess. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think it's a very physical game of chess.
Bag of shit, yeah.
Yeah. You just don't understand
Boring
it,
and a bag of shit.
You don't understand it.
I know I don't, so...
I've only got into it in the last few years. It's a great sport. But Patriots are one of the favourites to lift the Super Bowl again, but I've got Tom Brady, 40-year-old quarterback. So how long can he push it for and still be at the top of his game? Key players out injured, Julian Edelman, so it's going to be a lot of people predicting Patriots to win, but I can't see it.
Right.
Can't see it. So
do you support Miami?
I support Miami Dolphins, yeah. The first game they were supposed to be playing on Sky this week, and I've got a pass and everything. Like my missus, she basically said, "Oh yeah, we'll watch it. We'll sit together at home. We'll get some hot dogs in. We'll get some burgers in,
and we'll watch it."
And it's been bloody cancelled.
Why?
Because Hurricane Irma.
All right.
So Hurricane Irma, thoughts out to everybody involved in Hurricane Irma at the minute as well. The NFL basically just took the decision to say it's not safe.
Yeah.
It's expected to hit Florida coastline at some point over the weekend. So I think wise decision really.
Yeah.
They were originally looking at moving the game. Pittsburgh got mentioned, which is a bit of a strange thing, but I think to move any game, that's a long way, isn't it?
Pittsburgh, that's like way further north, isn't it? Yeah.
To go from Miami to Pittsburgh and move the entire squad and all the equipment, all the gear, and all the journalists, and then the fans, what they're going to do about that. It's a silly suggestion, really. So they were supposed to be playing Tampa Bay Buccaneers, another Florida-based outfit, but they've both got a bye week in week 11, I believe it is.
So they're going to play. Basically, they're going to play. Rearrange it then, yeah.
Which means that, I mean, normally in NFL, what happens is there's like 17 game weeks. Everybody gets a week off at some point.
Yeah.
So normally it would be mid-season, but Miami are now going to have to play all 16 in a row. Week. So people are saying that gives you a bit of a disadvantage. But
who's the star man or men?
Star man. Well, it's a bit of a strange one, Miami at the minute, because starting quarterback Ryan Tannehill's injured. He's basically, I believe, he's made out of chocolate. So it just gets injured from falling over in training, apparently.
Right.
I believe it's a shoulder injury. I might be wrong on that, I'm not sure. But they've had to sign a retired quarterback, Jay Cutler, played for Chicago Bears last season. Got a job as an announcer, and then they've offered him a contract, and he's come off that announcing job and is now
freaking hell. It's going to be no good, is it?
He's got a bit of a mixed reputation. He's never really been with a good team.
Yeah.
So he's always had a half decent reputation as a quarterback.
Yeah. Bit of a journeyman.
Yeah. I mean, there were rumours at the time. You might know Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
The guy that refused to stand up in the national anthem at the start of last season, the pre-season games.
Yeah.
He's now a free agent. There were rumours that he's going to be signed up, but they went with Cutler instead.
Yeah.
Still time for another team to get Kaepernick in, but I'm not sure they will. He's a controversial figure these days.
Cutler the Scuttler. Do they call him that?
Cutler the Scuttler. Nobody's ever called him that, but
what does a quarterback
now that
do?
we're reaching a global audience,
what does a quarterback do? We'll bring some Yorkshire into this NFL.
What does a quarterback do?
Yeah.
Quarterback is the guy that throws the ball, basically, in a simple way. So there's only one person. It's not
really a Scuttler, is it?
No. He's not going to be doing much tackling or anything like that.
Cutler the Chucker. Can we call him that? Don't rhyme, but...
No, we'll have that one.
Yeah.
Cutler the Chucker.
That's good.
I don't think that's going to stick.
No.
But they've got a few good wide receivers at Miami. They've got a few decent players in defence, but ultimately they're a mid-table team.
What do you call that bloke that just comes on and kicks it? Because I could do that. I could do that.
Kicker.
Yeah.
It's an original name for a kicker. But yeah, Andrew Franks at Miami Dolphin. He paid quite a lot of money for
kicker, mate. I could do that.
Comes on.
You don't get any damage at all. Just come on, kick it.
Unless somebody closes you down quick enough before you kick it.
What's that guy do that closes them down?
That guy. What, on the kick?
Yeah.
On the opposite team?
Yeah. So
basically, you've just got to run, try and get past all the defence, and then dive on the ball.
Is there a designated bloke to do that? So I watched this documentary.
I imagine so. Yeah, in tactics they'll have.
Have you heard? You might have heard of him. I watched this documentary on plane when I last went to America called Gleason.
Gleason? No, I've not heard of that one.
That was his name. I think it was Stephen Gleason or something.
Right.
And he was like renowned for doing that a lot.
Oh right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting like.
I think you've got to be a little bit suicidal.
Yeah,
to do that, you've got to be.
But he got like, oh god, what was it he got? It was proper. I'm nearly crying on film. On playing, honestly, it was proper sad. It's proper real life, like documentary. Goes through all his.
Yeah.
Oh man, who did he play for? Oh, I can't remember. Might have to look it up. And
it's probably something that I'm like
Stephen Gleason. It was Stephen Gleason his name, but he got some kind of disease, and he just like they lose everything slowly, like the speech and all the coordination, and and he had to like end like a Stephen Hawking kind of job where it was like in a chair and just like speaking through a computer.
God.
It's proper sad, and like his wife and that. And
it's been much documented in American football, and more recently in football as well, where people that have
it's all head
passed
trauma,
away,
isn't it? Yeah,
they've managed to look into the brain and they've seen lots of different head trauma. And
do you know what average career span for an NFL player is?
Not that long.
About 3.5 years.
Yeah. A lot of people get really ravaged with injury. They've got to take the chance while they've got it.
Yeah.
Mini quarterbacks can generally last longer because they're protected.
Yeah.
The job is to protect the quarterback at all costs. So
Yeah.
they will get sacks and whatever, but they're not constantly in that ruck on scrimmage line.
Yeah. New Orleans Saints.
Right.
Defensive back he plays, Steve Gleason.
That's where you're going to get a lot of hits.
ALS he got.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Will Smith, have you seen the Will Smith film, Concussion?
I've not seen it, I've heard of it though.
Yeah, that shines a light on it a little bit. It's not a great film, if I'm honest, but you do learn a bit from it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just regular football, soccer, they now think that heading the ball as a defender a lot can cause problems later in life as well. Mm-hmm. You can see why. If you're constantly doing it throughout how many times a game will a centre back head a ball?
Yeah, because I follow a lot of UFC, and I'm going to mention this weekend's 215 card.
Yep. See,
obviously,
my feelings of UFC are similar to your NFL feelings.
Mate, you've no idea about
exactly. I've got no idea.
No.
I mean, to be fair, when it's on and I watch
exciting,
it,
though, isn't it?
I can watch it.
Yeah.
But I just don't follow it very much. Really.
Yeah. So me and Jack listen to this a lot of like UFC podcasts.
We haven't really given Jack a shout out yet.
Did early doors.
We mentioned him.
He's gone footballing. Mugged us off, hasn't he?
Oh well.
Why do you want to mention Jack? Are you enjoying Jack on podcasts?
Yeah.
He's quite a funny character,
Yeah,
isn't he?
he's
a natural gobshite, so it's ideal for him out like this.
I've only met Jack once. I remember you mentioned
Fest.
Leeds Festival a couple of podcasts
like 5
ago.
years ago. Last one we went to.
I think that was the only time I met him.
That was the last one we went to. First one he went to.
I think he was at college then, if I remember right.
He's only. How old's Jack? He's turning 22 next week.
Right. I'm sure he just got his results that weekend.
Yeah, might have done. Yeah.
But yeah, I've not met him since.
Mate, he's missed out, hasn't he?
Shout out to Jack.
He must have been scared of you. Scared of your presence.
Go on, UFC.
What we're going to say about head injuries, stuff like that. But yeah, me and Jack listen to podcasts, and we mention it quite a lot. Fighter and the Kid. And a guy called Brendan Sharp, who used to be an ex-UFC fighter.
I think I've heard the name.
Used to play football as well, like at college.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, American football, that is. Not soccer.
I wouldn't know him from
but
that,
heavyweight in UFC. But he's gone into podcasting, and he's only like 33, 34 now. But he finished fighting quite a few years ago, 3-4 years ago, because he got knocked out in his last fight against what is now Ronda Rousey's husband, Travis Brown. But that's by the by, really. But he was like, he's smart enough to like get out of it. Do you know what I mean? Because he knows consequences. Because there's loads of times we see it in all sports, don't we? And like people just keep going and going and going. But like when you're getting punched in the face and knocked out when you're like mid-30s, 40, it's not good, is it?
No.
Do you know what I mean? But
it's hard to recover, isn't it?
Yeah, and like the reason why these people stay in it is because they've got nothing else. All they know is training and fighting.
Well, it's like us now. It's like if we were to stop doing our jobs,
it's
like I've got no idea what I'd do.
I'm a professional podcaster, mate. We're saying this up, aren't we?
Actually, we're reaching a global audience now.
Yeah. But what we're going to say about that is he lives in LA and he goes to this gym. I think it's called Box and Burn, and guy who runs it is from Sunderland actually, and he boxed in Olympics. This guy got like a bronze medal in Olympics one years. What's it called? Tony Jeffries. It's called this guy. And he were on this Fighter and the Kid show, and he was saying that he was speaking to Brendan Sharp, and he was saying what he did is he turned pro, this Tony Jeffries, and had a few decent fights and whatever. But then he got out of it. Again, a similar kind of thing, really. He started to realise, like, it's not going to be good long term, this. And he worked out, because they know how many times, in training, they spar for a fight.
Yep.
And he worked it out that he's probably been punched in head over 50,000 times.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can take anything like that.
No
matter how long a period of time it is. 50,000 punches is insane.
Yeah.
You can imagine.
And he obviously retired, like, I think probably before he was 30.
I wonder how many times his nose has been broken.
Yeah.
What's his nose like? Is it like
I can't remember.
one of these like Steve Bruce?
I don't know. From Sunderland, mate. He'll have been like that since he was 9 or
Steve
something
Bruce.
like that. Yeah. No, I mean this Tony Jeffries.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Though, really looks similar.
Yeah. But that, I mean, it's going to happen, innit?
Yeah. Well, that's the nature of the sport, I suppose, isn't it? I mean, you expect to be punched in the chops a few times, but 50,000
when he works it all out, yeah, with sparring and stuff.
Yeah, that's a new level of dedication, isn't it?
Yeah, because they have them like go for these tests
getting
now.
punched 50,000 times in your job. I bet it feels like that sometimes.
In any job, I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Sometimes you'd rather have that than turn up.
I don't mind knocking out sometimes. I might to knock a few out. What else have we got?
I don't know.
Don't want to talk about UFC while I'm on it.
Yeah.
UFC 215.
Your podcast, haven't you?
Mate, I didn't know if you had it.
I'll
to talk about. So yeah, you've just had your. I'll let you do your NFL bit, Anna. I'll do my UFC bit.
Yeah, it's give and take.
Just let me know if you know any of these fighters that are fighting this weekend. There's some really good fights on main card, but they're not like household names. Good question. Edmonton, Canada.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
UFC, what number?
215.
215.
So it's a pay-per-view card. It's like a big card. They do one a month of those. Yeah. Do you know that bit?
Yeah, I get that bit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I know. I just don't know what number.
Who fought on last pay-per-view? It was a while ago, actually.
No idea.
Diaz. No, Diaz. John Jones. I've heard you won't have heard about it. John Jones beat Daniel Cormier, right?
I think I have heard that. Actually.
Yeah. Fought belt, and then
Bones Jones.
Yeah, then he's popped. He's tested positive.
Has it? For
a substance called Trenabol or something like that.
Okay.
Or Tyranobol. I can't remember what they call it, but it's like an old.
Tramadol, is it?
No, it's like an old school drug apparently, and it was first used in 70s by would it have been West Germany then or not?
Yeah, because Berlin Wall is still up. Yeah.
West German women's Olympic swimming team.
Right. Okay.
So it's obviously like steroids on there.
Yeah.
But he tested positive apparently from his urine test on the day of the fight.
Okay.
It's all a bit. I'm not going to go into it because I don't know. I do know a lot about it, but it's kind of like. Just look it up if you want to know about it. There's a lot of crap going off about it, but he's not. Jones hasn't come out and said anything. But it's just a dirtbag, is Jones, to be honest with you.
I'm assuming disqualified and...
Don't know, they've not kind of officially stripped him at belt yet, but it will happen. But I just feel proper bad for Daniel Cormier because he's only ever been beat by John Jones twice. And last year at UFC 200 they were supposed to fight, and the week of the fight, John Jones tested positive.
I think I remember that as well.
Yeah, so they had to pull him, and DC had to fight Anderson Silva for nothing, for not a title or anything like that. So only person who's been beat by is John Jones, and he's still he's been beat by him again, but then he's tested positive, so it's a nightmare. But anyway, this weekend's card. The headlining fight is Demetrius Johnson v Ray Borg. Do you know either fighter? You're probably not.
I don't think so.
£125, the smallest weight class in UFC.
Right.
Small, that, innit?
So what's that class called? Does it have a name? Is it like boxing or not?
Yeah, flyweight.
All right.
Yeah. So Demetrius Johnson can make history. He's pound for pound greatest fighter in the world, even though he's £125.
Right. Yep.
But he's the only person to ever hold the flyweight title. So he's defended it 10 times. He's held it for...
What, so before then there was no flyweight?
There was no flyweight.
Right, okay.
5 years ago, it was a new division. Yeah. So he's first person to hold it, and he's only person to hold it. This would make it... If he beats Ray Borg, who's only a young lad, 24-year-old, it'll be 11 times on top, which is a record. He'll overtake Anderson Silva, who did it 10 times.
I know him.
You know Anderson Silva, the Spider. So, yeah, that'll be quite a good fight. If you ever watch these flyweights, they're just quick as hell.
Yeah, I imagine.
They're quick. There's not many knockouts because they've not got much power or whatever. Yeah. But it's proper quick and technical.
I would say it'll be more
technical.
More groundwork and
guessing. You can be all sorts. Yeah, this Demetrius Johnson can flip switch in a fight.
Yeah.
And it just armbar somebody out of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Did it in his last fight. But yeah, that should be a good fight. I think you got to have Demetrius Johnson in that one. But you never know. Amanda Nunes, have you heard of her?
Yes,
you will have heard. Should have heard of her.
When I've been here before, I think she was fighting some
Ronda Rousey.
I don't think so.
That was her last fight.
It might have been before then. Oh, well, I don't know.
She fought Ronda Rousey December last year, end of December, just before New Year.
Right.
And knocked her out in like 48 seconds.
Yeah, I remember that happening actually. Yeah. But
fight before that was against Misha Tate
so
at
she's
UFC
not fought
200.
Since December.
No, these two were supposed to fight 2 months ago. It's Amanda Nunes v Valerie Shevchenko.
No relation to Andre?
I don't think so. But they were supposed to fight a month or two. I think it was 2 months ago. And the fight got pulled on the day of the fight. The headline in 2:13, I think it was. It got pulled because Amanda Nunes was sick.
Okay.
She gets like sinusitis, I think.
Right.
And she was sick, so they were like fuming.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So is this a title fight?
Title fight, yeah. So 135-pound bantamweight women's title fight. I don't know where to go on this one because they fought before these two probably a couple of years ago now, and Nunes beat Shevchenko, but Shevchenko came right strong end at fight, proper close. Right. Okay. But it could be a barn burner. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Two of the best strikers in women's division.
Is this headlining then?
No, Ray Borg, Demetrius Johnson headliner. Yeah, okay. I'm going down it here. So that them two, even though they're not like household name fights or whatever, they're not your big uns. They're good, proper good fights. Yeah. Proper good fights. Third on card is Neil Magny v Dos Anjos. Rafael Dos Anjos. Have you heard of him?
Don't think so.
He was supposed to fight, right? Do you know when Conor McGregor first fought Nate Diaz?
Yeah.
That was supposed to be Conor McGregor v Rafael Dos Anjos for £155 title.
Right.
2 weeks before the fight, Dos Anjos pulled out with a foot injury, so they got Diaz in, but they had to fight at a higher weight because Diaz obviously couldn't make the 155 weight.
Right.
And obviously, it's just from there, Diaz choked him out in that fight.
Yeah.
But Dos Anjos has gone. He lost his title actually to Eddie Alvarez, who then McGregor beat end of last year.
Yeah. I know him as well. Yeah.
Eddie Alvarez beat Dos Anjos at 155, but since then Dos Anjos has gone up to 170.
Okay.
Had one fight, won it, and now he's fighting Neil Magny 170. I don't know that much about Neil Magny. He looks quite tall compared to Dos Anjos, but it could go either way. That don't know.
So not going to make a bold prediction.
I might go Dos Anjos actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll go for the other guy.
Neil Magny.
Yeah.
Look, he's supposed to be quite a cool dude, Neil Magny.
Cool dude?
Yeah, it's like a tall black bloke. He don't sound like a black bloke, does he? Neil Magny.
No, I wouldn't have picked that.
Yeah.
He could be from a Sunderland or something.
Yeah. No, he's not.
He's a bloke you know down at pub that sells dodgy DVDs.
Yeah. Fourth one is, I don't know much about these two, to be honest with you. Latifi v Pedro. I can't remember the first names. I've not wrote them down. So, I can't remember that Pedro. This Pedro kid's supposed to be the next big thing. He's 205, which is light heavyweight, which has got nobody in it hardly apart from John Jones and Daniel Cormier. And what's Wayne's favourite fighter? Your mate Wayne.
My mate Wayne. Shout out to Wayne. He might listen to this at some point if I back him.
Well, I can't remember it. Gustafsson. Alexander Gustafsson. Yeah, he's mint as well. I don't know much about them. I might make a prediction that this Pedro's going to win.
Right.
But I don't know. Last one on main card is Jeremy Stevens v Gilbert Melendez. You've probably not heard of either of them, have you?
No.
Want me to give you a bit of a background on them both? Jeremy Stevens, have you ever seen...
He sounds like a BBC presenter.
He's not but yeah. He's a fighter.
A fighter?
Yeah.
As we're saying. Tan.
It's quite a big puncher, I think. This is a £145 fight, which is interesting because Gilbert Melendez, who's mid-30s, has never fought at 145. He's cutting down a weight. He's always fought at 155. Gilbert Melendez is part of what they call the Scrap Pack, right?
Scrap Pack.
Which is the Diaz brothers, Gilbert Melendez and Jake Shields. So it's a Diaz
WWE style tag team.
He's a Diaz bloke. He's a cool dude. He's like corners Nate. He's cornered Nate Diaz in McGregor fights and stuff like that.
Right.
He's quite good. Jeremy Stevens. Have you ever seen? It's quite popular. When Conor McGregor goes, "Who the fuck is that guy?" on stage.
Yeah.
He were replying to Jeremy Stevens.
Right.
And they like obviously just ripped Jeremy Stevens to bits on the spot there. Because Jeremy Stevens said like, McGregor, I just don't know about, like, I've got no competition or whatever. And Jeremy Stevens has popped up front back saying like, I'm the hardest hitting 145 pounder on the planet, this, that, and other. And McGregor's like, who the fuck is that guy? Just like, yeah. So that's Jeremy Stevens for you. This is one where I want Melendez to win.
Right.
So I like him and all his crew. But I'm a bit worried that he's cutting that much weight.
Yeah.
First time.
It's got to have an impact.
At that kind of age. And Stevens is quite an hard hitter. And he's fought that way a few times, £145. I'm going to go with Melendez because I'm going with my heart, mate. I'm going with my heart. Do you know what I mean?
That's what your heart says, but your head says opposite.
It could do. Yeah.
Nobody listens to their head.
No. So that's this weekend's card. There is obviously undercard, but I don't really know many of them on that.
Yeah.
So
that's why they're on the undercard.
Exactly, mate. you know how it works.
So, yeah, I know how it works. I
don't
need to watch UFC to understand it.
Yeah. So that's that. Is there what else you want to mention?
I think Wiley's pretty exhausted. I mean, I did have an anecdote about. I can't even read my own writing at the minute.
It is bad, like.
I think we've done all the football stuff now, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm just going to say, like...
I'm going to mention the new transfer window stuff.
Yeah.
I'll let you and Jack tackle that one
Yeah.
probably next time out.
What's your thoughts on that?
Well, for everybody that's listening that don't really know what we're on about, it's today, Thursday, they've announced... It is Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've announced the transfer window will now close before the season starts.
I like it.
I like it. From the perspective of we're not going to lose loads of players, not going to be scrambling around for players.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we are going to lose players actually. Because the European transfer window won't close until it does normally.
Yeah.
So that means that we can buy players up until the start of the season, but we can lose players
after
the season started. So in a situation like Coutinho at Liverpool, it's possible that somebody like Barcelona could on their transfer deadline day make a big money move for a big player.
Yeah.
Can't really be
can't
rejected.
Can't they stipulate that that's it? Do you know, like,
no,
the fighters, can't they do that?
No, because it's all up to the FA in each country.
Right, got you.
So, apparently 20 Premier League teams have voted. I don't know how it affects the Football League, actually. I've not looked into that.
Right.
But the 20 Premier League teams have voted and they need a 14, apparently, to agree to it.
Yeah.
One team abstained. I don't know who that was. And then 5 teams rejected it. Again, I couldn't tell you who that was either, but yeah. So
I think I saw Man City were one.
They rejected it?
I think so.
Right. I suppose big clubs
will do.
They can just keep adding all the time. It's the little clubs that get disrupted more into it than the big ones.
Yeah.
But time will tell, I suppose. I think we need to think of... we started with Hey Jude.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what would be an appropriate
for this podcast
outro.
We've talked sense in this one. When me and Jack get going, we just talk about all sorts of shit.
Well, last time you were on about socks.
Mate, we went on
You spent ages talking about... I was really conscious tonight.
Jeans, turn-ups and socks, mate. We're making people...
I thought I was going to get bullied when I turned up tonight. I thought, I can't wear my Primark t-shirt today. I'm going to get assessed on with fashion. I think I've come quite casual.
I've not checked your socks, actually. So
my socks are plain socks.
No, they'll do.
You can't go wrong with a pair of plain socks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm just wondering now. They're not Primark jeans anyway.
Good man.
Not wrong with Primark.
Yeah, but it's like slave labour, surely, isn't it? And then prices. That's what you got to think of.
But you were saying the other day on the podcast, you talk about people that have got no fashion sense or anything.
Yeah.
That'll just like wear whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it is easy to now go to Primark and just get something for cheap that looks
You don't have to go to Primark though. There's plenty of high street shops.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't have money, do they? To spend on clothes a lot of the time. They'd rather spend it down pub or on cigs or something like that.
That's the problem, isn't it? Yeah, people just piss the money away. Yeah. I'm glad we don't go out like we used to do. Like Jack's in that phase now where it just goes out and spends loads of money on a Saturday night. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't do that anymore.
No, I wouldn't want it. I've been like with hangovers.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not even that old, really.
Like, we're going to this beer fest Saturday, mate. I'm terrible on beer now. I hope there's some ciders or something. I'm better. They'll do ciders. Oh, nice one.
They'll have proper ciders, won't they?
I bloody hope so.
The new big drinkers at the minute. What's your thoughts on this? Gin. Everybody's
drinking gin. Jack's, I know, yeah. Gin and tonic.
Have you mentioned this?
No, you go for it, mate. The floor's yours.
I don't know. I've got that much to say about it, but loads of people at work are just drinking different
gin and tonic and stuck in it. I know.
Blueberry gin and stuff like that. Really? I never even realised that were a thing. Gin, used to be the alcoholic's tipple of choice, didn't it?
I don't know if I've ever had it.
I had some other week, last week.
But do you know, like gin and tonic? I've probably never had it, because if somebody said I'm getting a gin and tonic, I think, how old are you? Like a 65-year-old woman?
Exactly. It's fashion now.
Yeah, like grandma drinks it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. I have had it because when I went to see Naz a couple of months ago,
sipping a gin and tonic,
mate.
Bouncing.
Me and former podcast guest T Herbs.
The Herbinator.
We're going to get Tom on soon. I hope Arsenal lose this weekend.
I've not even mentioned Liverpool Arsenal.
When's that?
Well, it was already before.
Oh,
just before when you had Tom on.
We've not even gone through Premier League fixtures, but we're not going to now. We're running it too late.
They'll be on soon.
Yeah. It's coming light, isn't it?
But yeah, I mean, I don't know many Arsenal fans, but they're shocking, aren't they? But anyway, that's just another story for another time, I suppose.
Yeah, what we're going to say then? About drinking gin. They had this... so I went to watch Naz, the rapper, if nobody knows out there. I couldn't believe like Jack didn't know who Naz was. And like when I was speaking to some other like young lads at club, I said, do you know who Naz is? Like, no. I was like, do you know who Jay-Z is? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you know who Jay-Z is, you should know Naz.
I would have thought Jay-Z is more of a household
Jay-Z's
name.
Bigger, yeah.
Mainly these days because of all the business he does.
Jay-Z wouldn't come over and play at Leeds O2.
No, he wouldn't, no.
But he played at Leeds Arena. But Naz is like a legend, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Illmatic. That's part of my knowledge of Naz.
Yeah. But yeah, this drink, I think we had 3 pints of lager, which I know we've just had a lager out.
We've just been drinking a Perlenbacher pills
from Lidl.
4.5%.
I treat my guests here, do you know what I mean? Get them loosened up for podcasts and that.
Only the one. Drive. Sensible.
Yeah. What we're going to say. Yeah, so I had about 3 pints of lager. It's expensive in there now, you know. Proper. Like £5 off for a pint. I bought 3 drinks and it was about 18 quid.
Jeez, that's why I can't go out these days.
Yeah, I know.
I can't justify that.
And
I could do some right damage for 18 quid. Mortgage, 18 quid a week.
Flipping out. Yeah, so 3 pints of lager, and then they had this cocktail. It was like, what was it? There were 3 ingredients: gin,
tonic,
summer. It weren't tonic. It was like obviously a juice. Can't remember what juice it was.
Gin and juice.
It was like gin and juice, pretty much. Yeah, but there was one more ingredient. I can't remember what it was. But mate, how many did I have of them? About 4. Oh my days. Day after, from like 5 in the morning. That's all I had as well. Like from 5 in the morning, I was just
body's not used to it.
Spewing for about 2.5 hours. Not spewing for that amount of time, but in and out of the bathroom. Within that space of time.
We've got to have now.
What?
Queens of the Stone Age, sick. Got
666 could be, yeah. We'll get it up. So we've had Hey Jude, which was a nice intro.
There's a bit of a juxtaposition there between Hey Jude and Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
Not often you find those two on the same show.
What album was that off?
Era Vulgaris, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Let's check that.
It's great knowledge.
Not listen to that. That's pointless material. That. Love to go on pointless.
3s and 7s were best off that.
3s and 7s a good track.
Yeah, 666. I was never keen on 666.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Problem is now you've got to find it and
I found it.
Find the actual bit where they actually say it.
I know, but we can do a bit of editing as we go.
Yeah, seamless editing.
You know what I mean?
We had a bit of a seamless edit earlier when Sam needed a wee.
Yeah, I'll bust in. I think I didn't need a wee really. Mathew just banging on about Barnsley and Championship, so
yeah.
I just went and had a.
It just went for
I went for a 2-minute meditate. Do you know what I mean? Just to clear my head.
Power nap.
So yeah, we'll play her out to 666 by Queens of the Stone Age.
We'll do that. Yeah. Do you need to plug us? Well, plug us. Plug you.
Plug us. Getting a bit ahead of yourself here. Jack won't be happy, you know, plugging us.
I know.
You can come again, though. You've been good.
Well, thanks.
You've been very good. Yeah, at Drop the Ball Pod, Twitter and Instagram. We probably will set a Facebook up at some point, but I'm not much of a Facebooker. Jack is. I hate Facebook, mate. I hate Facebook.
We'll do it.
Others are good. Do you ever use Instagram? Instagram's... Hey Jude there by The Beatles.
The Beatles? Paul McCartney could be singing that forever, I think. If you just let him go on, he'd just carry on singing that line forever.
No, he's not the only one left, is he? Ringo Starr's still alive.
Ringo Starr's knocking about somewhere, but nobody really cares about him. He just Thomas the Tank Engine. Really.
Right, so welcome to Drop the Ball podcast. As you can hear, I've got a new co-host with me today. No Jack Lee. He's playing football, I think.
Yeah, he's been ousted for one evening.
Yeah. This is Mathew Collin, my good friend, also called Chap.
Yeah, so, it can be a bit confusing sometimes. People don't know what to call me, but just, yeah. Mathew, Chap, Matt, anything like that.
Yeah. I've known you for ages, haven't you? You're probably one of my longest serving friends.
Longest serving friends? Yeah. I get a new contract soon.
Yeah, you do soon, yeah. We've never done. It's just been a rolling contract, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Keeps getting extended.
We renew it every 12 months. Yeah. Or not. So
depends how this podcast goes, I think.
Yeah. He could be ditched straight away after this one. See how he performs.
Transfer listed.
Yeah. So what we're going to talk about today is the usual stuff, pretty much. Football, Huddersfield, mainly.
Everybody's new favourite Premier League team.
Everybody's second Prem team.
Neutrals love a bit of Huddersfield Town.
Yeah. Mathew is a Liverpool fan and a Barnsley fan.
As you can tell, I'm from the rough streets of Liverpool. I probably should explain really why